Tummy tucks are one of the most popular procedures we offer in our office, and there's many different reasons people get tummy tucks. Pregnancy is a big one, weight loss or weight gain, there's fluctuations, aging, but there's a universal theme when people come in. It's too much stuff down there, like the stuff that hangs over your pants when you're in a sitting position. Our website, even this channel, this YouTube channel, has tons of videos on tummy tucks, but a really common question that people ask when they come in is, how tight can you make it? And I get that. If you're going to pay all this money and go through the rigmarole of going through a tummy tuck, then you might as well get something out of it. And the answer is, you can make it really tight. You can make it really flat. But there's some things that will determine your outcome. So that's what this video is for. It gives you a lot of information on this and how tight you can make that. Also, we talk about the belly button and a few other things about outcomes with tummy tuck surgery. So check it out. So before we decide how flat we can make your belly, we first have to decide if you're a candidate or not for a tummy tuck. And there's an easy way. So you can do this at home. Just turn to the side and looking in a mirror, stand up straight, and then bend over at 45 degrees. With your fingertips, you grab down where your Mons area is. So that's the medical term for where your pubic hair starts. And with your thumbs, you pinch. Pinch to your fingers. How much can you remove really shows you how tight and flat we can make your belly. In a lot of cases, that's almost all the way up to the belly button. So look at this picture here. This is a preoperative picture. She's post-pregnancy, and by the way, she's of normal weight, but has loose skin and extra soft tissue there. We're going to superimpose how much we're going to take off here. It's a remarkable amount. It's inches of tissue that we're taking off. And that in totality, and you can see obviously the after here, that in totality is an amazing improvement, but it's how much tissue you can remove that makes the difference on how flat you can make the belly. Now there's some side points of the tissue that you can remove. If you have stretch marks there, those are all removed with the soft tissue and skin. That's awesome. That's the only definitive way to remove stretch marks. Secondly, we can repair a rectus diastasis. That preoperative and postoperative photo we just showed you, she had a rectus diastasis, and that makes a big difference on how flat you can make the belly too. By the way, there's a video on this YouTube channel, check that out, on repairing stretched stomach muscles. So people that come in my office that need the surgery almost always are post-pregnancy, weight loss and weight gain, many times over 30, 40, or 50 pounds, so kind of larger weight losses. And then with age, some people just have genetics where they have loose skin. If you bend over at 45 degrees and you can really pinch a lot of stuff down there, you're most likely going to be a candidate for this procedure, assuming you're in good health. All right, so the next video, we're going to talk about scars and specifically how to make the belly button scar look better. Scars with tummy tucks, it's kind of a big deal for people. That's what holds them back the most besides cost and recovery. The scars are really low, okay? So if you have a C-section scar, it's going to be at least an inch lower than that. Where your pubic hair is, it goes that low. And it stays low going across to your hips. And you can see a picture here. This really shows and defines how low that scar is. Now, if you need a full tummy tuck for whatever reason, but you can't take out all the tissue between your pubic hair and your belly button, we can still keep the scar low. You may have to have a small vertical scar, and that at the most is an inch. The second scar is around the belly button, and I have no idea what's going on specifically on the internet. There's so many before and after photos where you see this like donut scar around the belly button, which looks terrible. I wouldn't want that for myself. I don't want this glaring donut scar on my belly when I rarely, but show my midriff or show your torso. So there's ways to do that insetting during surgery that makes that scar not visible. And that's what we do in our office, and any reputable plastic surgeon should do it this way. So let's check out this photo here. You can see what we do is we take the suturing of the belly button to the abdominoplasty or tummy tuck flap, and we bring it down to the fascia overlying your abdominal muscles. And let's look at this after photo. You can see you don't see this scar ring around her belly button. That's quintessential. That's good. That's a good outcome. Scars with tummy tucks. It's kind of the cost of the procedure. Done correctly, it's going to be very low, especially the belly button scar won't be visible, and they tend to heal fast. If you have problems healing in offices like ours, we have like numerous types of treatments, LED lights, laser treatments, scar creams, radio frequency needling. I mean, come on, we can name many more. So we do all those in our office, but it tends to heal very well. The last thing I want to say about scars, at least in my hands, I pull really tight. So as I joke with my patients, you're going to get every dollar spent for this procedure with tightness in the end. And sometimes that can put pressure on those scars and make them widen a little bit. So that insetting of the tummy tuck wound with these kind of tension sutures that we use are really important and do affect the outcome. With that said, none of this is novel. When people tell you they do some novel progressive tension suturing or quilting suturing, don't get lost in the weeds. That just really does not pan out to the overall outcome. It may help a little bit in certain ways, decrease seroma rates or inflammatory fluid rates, but it's not going to be definitive on the outcome. All right, so next part of this video, we're going to talk about your torso in 360 degrees, and that's what people sometimes forget with a tummy tuck. So as I said before, the flatness of your belly after a tummy tuck is dependent on how much skin and soft tissue you can remove. Again, that's that pinch test at the belly button and below. Another thing that makes a difference is the rectus diastasis. If you have stretched stomach muscles from weight gain or from pregnancy, with this surgery, okay, we can repair that, and that also makes your belly more flat. But something that drives me crazy, and I don't know what it is, other surgeons, even patients themselves, why not address the torso in 360 degree fashion? If you have a really flat belly and then a spare tire on the rest, how is that an improvement? That's the stuff that hangs out over your pants. That's the stuff that everyone hates. So if you're getting a tummy tuck, you are a candidate. Don't forget, aggressive liposuction on the sides is absolutely mandatory. And that's not just in my office. If you go into someone else's office, you need to demand that. Even if they're like, oh, don't worry about it. You should worry about it, or do it in delayed fashion. And I do that literally 360 degrees, like on top of the butt all the way around the back and going towards your sides and to the front. And what that does is it really defines the upper butt. It gives you some definition to your butt. A lot of people don't have that. They get that back butt situation where there's fat that goes from their back to their butt, and you don't know where the back ends and the butt starts. It's kind of confusing, and what we do is define that. It makes the pants clothing look better. It just looks, overall, the contour of the torso looks better. And we carry that around to the front. And that will also make the results of your tummy tuck, the flatness of the belly, even better too. It definitely adds to recovery, okay? And that's for sure. Not a lot, but you're gonna have achiness there weeks after surgery. We've had tummy tuck patients that come in and their belly's totally fine and they still have achiness on the sides. But it's worth it. The added benefit to addressing the torso in 360 degrees is absolutely worth it for the outcomes with your tummy tuck. So if you're a candidate and what you really care about is how flat your belly is, don't forget the sides. Address everything in 360 degree fashion, and it's going to be an amazing transformation.